Why didn't Methuselah get on the boat with his grandson? Here's something for you to ponder. The question is asked, why didn't Methuselah get on the boat with his grandson Noah? Why did he die in the flood? First, you said he died by the flood waters. He simply died just before the flood waters hit. Now, I was told this if I read the following from a rejected book called the Book of Jasher. That book that Joshua mentions in his book, in Joshua chapter 10, verse 13. And the sun stood still, and the moon stayed, until the people have avenged themselves upon their enemies. Is not this written in the book of Jasher? So the sun stood still in the midst of the heaven, hasted not to go down upon a whole day. Now Samuel also mentions it. 2 Samuel chapter 1, verse 18. Also he bade them teach the children of Judah the use of the bow. Behold, it is written in the book of Jasher. Now here's that portion of the book of Jasher that confirms what I was told. Jasher chapter 4, verse 20. And all men who walked in the ways of the Lord died in those days before the Lord brought the evil upon men which he had declared, for this was from the Lord, that they should not see the evil which the Lord spoke of concerning the sons of man. And Noah found grace in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord chose him and his children to raise up seed from them upon the face of the whole earth. This was confirmation of what I was told, that Methuselah died just before the flood, along with what the book of Jasher said, all men who walked in the ways of the Lord died in those days, before the flood. All of those of the line of Seth, to which Methuselah and Noah came, those that called once again upon the name of the Lord. This is in Genesis chapter 4, verse 26. And to Seth, and to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enos. Then began men to call upon the name of the Lord. Remember, Seth replaces Abel, whom Cain had killed. Strange, huh? And people want to throw out the book of Jasher. Now, if you read the book of Jasher, it reads just like the book of Genesis. Outside this point, I'm sure there's probably other points that people would object to, but I've read to it before, and this is not found in the book of Genesis, but only in the book of Jasher. How all men who walked in the days of the Lord died in those days, before the flood. There was no rapture. Here we won't die. For those in Christ, you'll leave alive. Something to ponder.